Hey everyone. Just a side note because of everything that I've been doing so far this morning. What even time is it? I'm talking to you and it's 10:36. Excuse the music. I was just turning it on so I can see the time. Um, Keep track of what you're doing, okay? And I'm going to tell you what happened today. Um, as you know, my son it has a disability or special needs. Here where I live at, they call it exceptional child. He can perform, but there are some things that he's limited to do. So I went to Social Security to request the funds that's needed for him for the second half of the semester. From January to June. Like he outgrew his uniform. He's gonna need books for this next semester. There's certain things that live above my pay grade. Okay, remember I'm an assistant teacher, and yes, I sell Avon, and hopefully on the 30th that will pay the rent. Because remember, teachers don't give you. I don't work, I don't get paid, and I'm out for 2 weeks. So I got to work 2 weeks before I see a paycheck. Rent is due. So I went to Social Security for those things. And I typed it up and I printed out the uniform cost. I printed out the letter from my landlord. He understands my situation. And every December he prints me out a letter saying that rent is due on the 1st of January and this is how much I owe. So I took that up there and the guy was like, "You didn't have to type it up." Yes, I did. By me typing it on my laptop, I have a copy of what I wrote. By me printing out the stuff, I was able to download the copy of how much it costs for his uniform, how much the rent costs, all of that stuff, and then I can attach it in a folder. So, long story short, I keep a folder of everything that I do for my son. I keep a rolling record of when I speak to his therapist, when they talk about his medicine, any questions that I asked. That way I know I'm not asking it again. Or do I have to ask it again because what you answered me is not what I'm seeing in my child? So keep a rolling record of what's going on. Keep a folder. Um, I keep a printed folder and I keep it also in my laptop. I keep rolling records. When I first started this journey, I ran into a lawyer in New York that gave me a form and he said, whatever you do, you keep that. If you ever have to go to court, you give that to the lawyer because it's written by a lawyer. So that lawyer that you go to, he will understand the lingo. And I did that. And I made copies for friends who was beginning the journey because as a parent of an exceptional child, when you run into another parent of an exceptional child, share the worth because we're all going through something. It may be a different kind of disability, but we're all going through it. And when I get presented it to the lawyer, bam, so many walls that I was fighting and banging on, so many doors that I was banging on, it opened up because of this lawyer. So I can't give everybody the form, but I can tell you if you keep a record and if you ever got to go to court, if you ever got to fight somebody, don't let them tell you just write it out. Make it look professional. That way you have a copy. And if you do ever have to do like I did and get a lawyer, man, them doors is going to open up because that lawyer is going to be like, you did all the work for me. All I got to do is present this to the judge and say, do you want to go to court or do you not want to go to court? And when that lawyer presented it to the judge and was like, do you really want to go to court? The doors opened up. And I didn't have to go to court. He was like, because this mama knows what she's talking about because she's got it written down. And yes, I keep copies of when I go for his medication as well because they need to know, they need to understand that he is on now a stronger dose and he has goals in his life and I want to make sure that he is able to reach his goals. I can't be there for him forever. God puts you on this earth for a certain period of time. So everybody, thank you for listening. Please heed my words. Keep a rolling record. Even if you have to start now and he's almost grown, Start now, because bullcrap happens, and the government is not about to give us any more money after giving us those stimulus checks. So you got to fight for what is yours. You got to protect your children. You got to protect your legacy. God gave you this child for a reason. God bless you.